I have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
I'm furious.
Mm-hmm.
Because last week I was listening to the episode
Yeah.
and we were having fun. And then I just hear a harsh cut. And
one of us was
heard
having
it
fun.
too.
Yeah.
No, I heard a harsh cut and
Oh.
it says, it's me saying women should just be handed their license in a car at the age of 12. Now that didn't make any sense to the listener.
I don't think the editor liked it.
No, that didn't make any sense.
Take it up with the editor,
the listener,
thing.
but the context is important, so I'm going to explain it, and you're going to sit here and listen.
Fine, go ahead.
So what I meant by that, okay, so imagine women at the age of 12.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Until We Agree. My name is Matt Howard, joined as always by Tyler Pritchard. Hopefully you enjoyed that little cut from last week. We just wanted to be sure everything was included this time, so you really got the context of that. Welcome back to another episode. This is Until We Agree, the show that keeps going until we agree. How you doing this week? What's been going on?
Oh, I am doing swell. So I think we both had like big personal hobby weeks, I would say.
Sure.
I sent you a video. I climbed a V7, which in the bouldering world, kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you.
And now, so for people who have like cool social lives, what does climbing a V7 mean?
It's hard, but it's not near the hardest thing out there by any means. But it's like, it's definitely at the upper level of intermediate for sure. I'm definitely getting better.
That's good to hear, because last time I saw you in person, or last time I was in Austin, Texas, you were like climbing a V1, I think. So you've really come a long way.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's we all start at V1, I would say.
We all have to start somewhere.
That's okay.
I started at V0 actually.
And you're still close to that.
One day, I think one day I'm gonna get to that V1. I'm excited for it.
And you should be. And then why don't you tell your story?
Sure. So yesterday, I got a little opportunity to have a little gig over here in Nashville. Released an unreleased song from our band, which people may not know this. The name of the band is W, but the way you spell that is with 2 single U's. And so pronunciation-wise, W, and so going forward, I will just make it clear everyone's on the same page. Just for simplicity, W is 2 U's, but we're just going to call it W. So W, which is just 2 U's.
Which,
is the band
by the way, I think we have to go even further, because on this podcast we have double W's, which are web browser women, and so that's just a completely different. I mean, these are
right.
These worlds will probably never touch, but I just feel like we go hard in the W area, and so we should.
That is true. Yeah, and just for simplicity to save time, I want to save time. We're not talking about double W's. We're talking about W, the band that me and Tyler used to have back in the day when we lived in the same city.
Because double W's are real W's, and they're double them. Yeah.
Exactly. So the band W was, just for simplicity, W, the band. I got to play an acoustic version of one of our songs that I wrote for my call her my fiance now, if you will. I think that's a fair thing to call her at this point, since we are engaged. But a great opportunity to kind of get some real life feedback. Got some. I've been offered opportunities to co-write music now. People really hit with the song "Impossible" by W over there yesterday. So that was really cool. You can check it out on Instagram at Matt Howard 222. That's not at Until We Agree. Well, look, Tyler's Instagram is something else too. So you can check out that too. There's nothing. I don't think there's any posts on it.
I have never posted. I might start another Instagram just for climbing content though.
That's exciting. Yeah.
To keep the podcast updated. So.
Yeah, big hobby. But where you should find us right now is at Until We Agree. Follow us there. Yeah. Once we get to 10,000 followers there, we're going to New York City, baby. At 5,000 followers, you'll get to hear the first ever W song that we wrote, never released, we never want to release it because it is potentially the worst song you'll ever hear in your entire life. But I think we've come a long way.
If Hutch will grace us with his touch, then I truly believe we can make it salvageable, but
right.
It's so bad.
And it's so bad that maybe even Hutch can't can't fix it.
That's true. That might be true, and I'm scared to experience it. But at 5,000, we will have to.
Yeah, we have to. So give us a follow at Until We Agree on Instagram, and then check out our music and climbing elsewhere. We'll keep you updated there as well. Another big moment for me, I destroyed you in the poll this week. I got 20% as many votes as you. So that's, if you think about like presidential elections, unheard of numbers, losing by 20%.
20% as much votes as me would be less than me though.
No, 20% more votes than you. I'm so sorry. You're so right.
You
I got 20% more votes, which is an absolute blowout when it comes to polls. What can I say?
Well, technically you got 50% more votes.
What?
I mean, if you're doing the math correctly, you got 50% more votes. The difference
sure?
in our margin was 20%, but you got 50% more because I was at 40% of the vote and you were at 60% of the vote, and 50% of 40 is that extra 20.
I'm talking about like politics percentages though. So if you lose by 20%,
so you won by 50%,
but I won by 20 points.
But you won by 20 points, sure, yeah.
Yeah, which is an absolute blowout. Anything to say about that? You are getting torched in the polls once again. I think you had one win the last couple months, and that's about it.
No, and that's okay. Because I wasn't even that mad at your take, and it was on me a little bit. It was a surprise topic, so how was I supposed to know? But sure. I just thought, surely the law's a way for a reason. Sorry.
But they're not. They shouldn't be at the very least.
Okay.
I think it's the general consensus that the Rat Pack is given. And you'll have a chance. You know what the debates are this week, so you have a real chance to make a comeback and actually make a good point for the first time. And I'll say about 5 weeks. So I'm excited to see what you're going to bring. Yeah, I'm sure you are. But before that, why don't you kind of bring in this section of the pod, kind of explain what we're about to do here.
All right, so we have a special guest, and I know what you're thinking. It's been a while since we heard from Noah. It's not Noah. This is a friend of the show that you've probably heard of. His name's Ginnick. He let me know this last week that he's been taking an improv class, and so we asked him if he would come on to teach us improv. Now, he is just a few classes in, and he actually, when I asked him, suggested that we ask another friend who has completed like improv classes in acting school.
Okay, he's already backtracking.
And so he's definitely more qualified. And shout out to Ronnie. I think we would agree Ronnie's probably more qualified to be teaching us.
Sure.
But this is way funnier to have somebody that has just done a few classes teach us how to improv. So I think that's something we've been missing on the pod. And Ginnick, we're happy to have you. How you doing?
That wasn't the most reassuring introduction from what I've heard.
Okay, well,
Ginnick, from what you should be the confident one right now. We don't know anything about
yes
improv.
And right? Isn't it yes and?
Yes and Ginnick. Yes and.
You just said that's not the most confident, or that's not the most reassuring intro, and I didn't hear a single yes and in there.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get to all that when we actually start the exercises.
Oh. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
perfect.
And Ginnick, are you recording?
I am recording, Matt.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're ready to go. All right, teach us
we
improv.
we have to always check because Noah, you know.
Right, Noah.
All right, Ginnick, lead the way.
All right. Yeah, like they said, I've only been doing about 3 weeks of classes at this point. Shout out to Dad's Garage Theater in Atlanta. But I guess I'm just
certainty they are not listening. I'll be honest, they're not listening.
If you're listening, drop a comment in the Spotify comments.
Come on, Ginnick. All right,
let's go.
All right. Yeah.
Getting those. All right.
So we'll start off with just I'm just taking exercises, or my favorite exercises that I think would translate well. I mean, really, it would be better if you could mime actions, but since we're in an audio medium, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Well-known fact of the show: this is an audio medium.
So I guess the first thing.
All right, go ahead.
No, you go, Tyler.
No, I was just saying. Look at Matt improving already.
Come on.
He's making progress. All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right. So first one that we're gonna do is this, just to get you warmed up. Is give the other person a prompt to list 5 things. So I could say list 5 potato chip flavors, or list 5 things you'd find in a park, and then your partner is gonna just list the first 5 things that come to their mind.
Easy, Matt. List 5 ways to exterminate a rat.
Stomping, eating, public execution. tying it to 2 cars and driving in different directions, and skydiving no parachute.
That's 5.
I feel like did I just crush improv?
That's pretty good.
You didn't say rat trap once. That was crazy.
Know. Who needs one? Okay. Tyler. Name things that could work in. I'm not good at improving prompts.
Oh my goodness.
Name things you'll find. Name things you can find in a park.
I swear I just heard that one somewhere. Bench, swing, grass, leaves, rats.
Okay, say something funny now.
That's not the point of improv, right, Yannick?
No. Tyler's right.
This is a warm up.
Okay, sorry. Great job then, Tyler.
I'm just getting in character. I'm a guy at a park.
What's the name of your character?
Guy in park. All right, now Yannick, what's next?
Okay, so this one is kind of like scene work. So this is actually the most recent exercise I did in the class.
Okay.
Now, ideally, again, you'd be there in person, but since we're just talking, person 1 is going to establish a setting and just a activity that they're doing. And then person 2 is going to come up to that guy, and you're supposed to kind of... What?
Or gal.
Oh, or gal.
If we look at the demographics of the show, or gal is pretty realistic.
Yeah, if you're listening, feel free to play along at home.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
But just approach the person, and person number 2's responsibility is kind of like establishing the relationship. So I'll give you all an example. Like if you...
I've already got one.
Okay, well, you just roll with it. Let's see if you got it.
We're in a public bathroom.
Wait, and then what do I do? Sorry.
No, you come up and establish the relationship now.
I come up to you.
I'm in the urinal.
In theory, of course, because this is an audio medium, and so we're acting like we're
yeah. You can narrate your actions if needed. I'm at a urinal.
Okay. Hey man, how's it going?
Mind
if I squeeze in here?
Do I know you?
No, but I just figured we'd save space and
squeeze
share this
in
one.
Where?
I think just maybe share this one. I'm a pilot, and I gotta get to the gate here.
There's
quick.
one right here. I swear, there's one right beside me. You can have that one.
No, that one doesn't work.
Does
and again,
it not?
okay, we're wasting a lot of time here. I want to say I'm a pilot, and my plane is going to take off soon.
Wait, what's your name?
Bjorn. Bjorn Dufly, pilot from Sweden. Yeah.
All right. Well, and your plane's about to take off.
Yeah, and I just figured we could.
You can just have this one. I'll step back. It's not that big of a deal to me.
No, I think
I'll cut off midstream.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't want to do that to you. So let's just share this one.
I'll cut off midstream. You take this one, and I'll even move over to the other one that doesn't work.
No, I think someone's coming into that one soon. So I think maybe just leave that one as is. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Guy in Park.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna.
That's called a callback.
Yeah. Let's just share this one. Okay. Ginnick, how
and
do I stop this? Yeah.
Okay, we can end it there.
Okay. Was that it? Was that essentially? Was that what we wanted to do there, or did we go too far?
So that exercise, I forgot to mention, it should really only be like 3 lines of dialogue because it's like trying to train you to like come up with the exposition for a scene.
Oh, yeah, you did.
3 lines felt like enough. It felt like we were really starting to flounder towards the end.
Yeah, because we didn't do any world building really to get any more than 3.
Matt, do you want to come up with like a setting?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay. I am in World War II, and I'm on the good side, and I just come across someone who's on the bad side.
It's actually my job to establish a relationship. You just kind of lay out the scene.
Sorry. Okay, let me try it again. We are in World War II.
Hey, how are you? How are you doing?
Hey, you're a Nazi, right? I'm not.
Well, wait a second. No, I'm not. I'm not. And why would you say something like that?
Yes, and you have this. You have the armband on.
Ginnick, this is not allowed, right?
Oh my goodness.
Ginnick, this can't be allowed. Please.
I mean, really, you should have, like, when you came in, like, you should have more firmly established you were not
I was just asking how he was doing. What's wrong with that?
Well, okay, that's another thing is, like, you're not supposed to ask a question Like this exercise is probably like the most in depth and like yeah.
Right.
It felt like we did okay though.
Let's run it back then. Let's run it back.
First person, the person who's like speaks first shouldn't ask. This. Like they should start with a question.
I understand. Okay, so we're in World War II. Get ready, Matt. All right. Guten Tag.
Hey, I like your armband. Wait, I don't like your armband. Sorry.
Wait a second. All right. Please take us to the next one. Matt's trying to entrap me, and this is awful.
Okay, so the last one I got is you basically. This is the longest form one, and you basically alternate every sentence or a couple sentences between each other. So you start off with a story, and the key thing is like establishing, again, a setting, and character names go a long way. And then when you like are at a good wrap-up point, just like be like, they lived happily ever after, or whatever.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Ginnick, do you want to bring us in, then Tyler, you go after that?
Do you want to give us a prompt? That way, yeah. We can all do this one.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a great. Yeah, why are we not all doing it? That's a great point. All right, let's go. So yeah, Ginnick, Tyler, Matt. Do we need to set an order? Is that how that works, or do we just kind of?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. Bring us in, Ginnick.
Okay, so once upon a time, Tyler woke up from his bed and got up to pour himself some water.
He was a very thirsty boy, but when he went to the sink, no water would come out.
My name is Tyler, and I decided to get Kool-Aid instead.
Okay.
Why do you change it?
I just want people to know that Tyler's not Tyler in this. I'm Tyler in this.
Okay.
Because we all have to have characters, right? Is that not part of it?
Why did?
I mean, there's really no dialogue in this
yeah,
one.
there's really there's not dialogue.
You're like third person.
Why don't you try again?
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, am I okay?
Yeah, you're gonna try again.
Can we just restart? Let's try one more time. And I get it. I get it.
Okay. Should I do a new one or?
Yeah, just do a new one.
Yeah, let's do a new one.
Okay. Once upon a time, Matt woke up and he went to his kitchen to pour himself a glass of water.
Wait a second. When Matt got there, he looked down and he realized he was so thirsty because he peed his pants.
And then he went to the bathroom, but nothing else would come out.
His lovely fiance came in to check on him.
Oh, no.
Disgusted at what she saw, she ran out of the room and called the police.
Before doing that, she turned back in and punched him in the face with the ring on that finger.
Matt fell to the floor crying, with a bloody nose.
And it wasn't the only thing that was bloody, because as he looked down, his boxers were also bloody. It wasn't even urine.
And they lived happily ever after. Man, I like improv. This is good.
Yeah, man, we're so good at this.
Ginnick, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you back here soon.
Yeah, as you learn more, can you keep us posted and we can do more exercises?
Absolutely, yeah.
And again,
we appreciate you.
You were recording, right?
Yes, I was.
This would be an absolute nightmare to miss out on. Yeah. All right. Well,
we appreciate you. Where should people leave comments again?
There's a section in Spotify. If you scroll down, you can just leave a comment there, and who knows, we might read it out loud.
Okay. Yeah, we might.
I didn't know it turned into a we thing, but
yeah,
I'm not a
we might though. But yeah. Thank you though.
Oh, okay. See you.
All right, that was fun.
Yeah, improv some good stuff.
We're good at improv too. That's what I'll say.
I think the one takeaway I got was, man, not too bad at improv.
Yeah. A big thank you to Ginnick again. We just cut because that went a little bit over our time, and so we are trying to make this as concise as possible for the listener. Thanks, editor Matt. Thank you, Hutch. Hit it, Hutch.
I was about to say, please don't make me do a hit it, Hutch in the middle of adding a third person. That makes it so hard. Why not? Hit it, Hutch.
All right, and we're back again. So now the debate for the day. This one goes back a while because we sent this and talked about this a while ago, and then we just never actually did it. Would you rather fight an orangutan with a sword once a year or fight a chicken every time you get in your car.
Right.
Now, I have a question to just make sure. The orangutan is the one with the sword, not me, right?
Right, yeah. To make it fair, the orangutan is the one that has the sword.
That sounds fair, yeah.
Hey, that was good improv, too. No, you have the sword. Let's make everything clear for the listener.
Wait, I have the sword?
Who may not be as good at improv as us. Yeah.
No, I really do have the sword?
Yes, you have the sword.
I don't think that's what it's asking. I think the orangutan is the one with a sword.
No, there's no way the orangutan is the one that has the sword. You get a sword to fight the orangutan.
Can you imagine if orangutan had a sword, just like would not use it?
Right. I don't know how helpful the sword would be for the orangutan, but I think it would be exponentially helpful for you.
Yeah.
Because here's my first stance on this. Without the sword, you have 0% chance of winning once.
What?
Yeah. And I'll make it even fair for this. Let's say this starts when you turn 18. When you become an adult,
nobody says that you have to win either. Like, you just have to fight him.
Right, but the orangutan, once you start fighting the orangutan, is gonna fight to kill because it wouldn't know anything else because it's a monkey.
And that's fine.
So here's kind of my thought is, once you turn 18, this is like an adult thing because like if you're a baby, you're not gonna win against a chicken or an orangutan, obviously. So once you turn 18, you have to start doing this. It's insane for you to pick the orangutan, by the way. Like, it's insane. Do you realize it's insane?
It's not insane.
You're just trying to be funny?
It's not insane. I'm not trying to be funny, but like, you have to think, I drive a lot. You drive a lot. Think about every single time you went to go open your car door, a chicken just appears. Like, I can't do that. Like, I know it's probably just a kick, but like, I would much rather just get my yearly duel with an orangutan, and then I'm good to go. That's all I need.
So here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm for efficiency.
I hear you. I win a fight against a chicken every single time.
It's not about winning, because I win the fight against orangutan every single time.
Even if I have a sword. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. No. Hey. I'm glad you said that because I came with science this time. I'm tired of fake science Tyler making these insane claims with no science behind them, but claiming no science. This is real life science that I Google searched for upwards of 6 minutes today. So, an orangutan is 5 to 7 times stronger than the average human.
Yeah, the average.
You
human.
don't win.
I'm
you don't. Yeah,
not
I know.
The average human.
Hey. I know. I took that into consideration. I'm willing to give the fact that you are on, frankly, maybe the top 5% of like strength when it comes to humans. I'm not gonna take that away from you.
That's not true.
I think it is. I think it's a fair.
Even
thing
if we
say.
assume that, though, let's just roll with that for the sake of the argument. I'm dogging up that orangutan and I'm taking it to town.
Even if you are only 4 times weaker than an orangutan, you could win that fight.
I'd have a sword.
I don't think you win that fight half the time. I think the orangutan beats you more than you beat the orangutan.
No,
even if you beat it 10 times in a row by some miracle, if you beat it 10 times in a row, you're not going to win. You're eventually going to run out of luck against an orangutan. Hey, more science. You want some more science? The average human is 150 to 200 times stronger than the average chicken.
I'm not saying that you're winning.
I'm winning that fight every single time. And
here's the thing.
Can I give you?
Hold on.
Can I give you a pro, not just a con of having to fight a chicken every time? Free chicken. What are you gonna do with a dead orangutan every time? You're not gonna eat the orangutan. You're just gonna be like a bad person. People are gonna look at you and think you're a bad person. You kill a chicken, you just eat it.
If everybody knows about this deal and it's something we're all doing, they understand the process.
I understand. That's a good point. That's fair. That like if everyone knows you have to fight the orangutan, and then you kill an orangutan, it's like, okay, you had to do that to survive. That's fair. But you're not gonna do anything with the meat. I don't think. I'm gonna do something with the meat every single time.
And that's awesome.
I could donate the chicken to charity every single time I start the car, and I'm saving lives now. And I'm fighting a chicken. I'm not gonna lose to a chicken ever.
Okay, nobody's saying you're going to lose.
And
it's not even that efficiency. It's all about efficiency.
No, there is something to say about losing because the one time you lose, you're dead. You're dead.
I'm never losing. Here's the thing.
Yes, you are. You're going to.
It's going to take you 10 seconds probably to kick that thing around and beat it, right? Let's say 10 seconds. Okay. And let's say you do that on an average, twice a day is being generous, but let's say twice a day.
Okay.
That's 20 seconds a day.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Now, per year, do you know what 20 seconds a day is per year?
It's upwards of maybe 100 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe not even 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah, okay.
Now, that doesn't seem like a lot over a year, and it's really not. But
it's not. You're right.
My duel with the orangutan, 5 minutes. Once a year.
Yeah, but
I'm saving 2 hours of life.
Okay, but you lose. But you're gonna lose.
No.
Yeah.
No, I would. Here's the thing.
No. Hold on. I've decided I don't like that point you just made because here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm wasting time every time I start the car, anyways. Here's what I'm gonna do. Whenever I start my car, I have this one GPS app that connects to the main screen in my car that I don't even use because it's not like a very like user friendly GPS. Every time I start my car though, a pop up comes out that takes maybe 3 seconds for me to get rid of. I'm deleting that app. I'm gonna commit more of my time to making playlists on Spotify, so I don't have to waste time scrolling through music to what I want to listen to in the car. I'm just gonna trust the playlist, or I'm gonna trust the Spotify DJ more.
I have no idea what any of this has to do with the chicken.
What I'm saying is the 10 seconds I know how to use to kill a chicken, which I think 10 seconds is honestly long, frankly. I don't think it takes 10 seconds. I think it takes one swift kick or
underestimating
hit.
how quick they are.
Okay, but that's fine too. If it's attacking me, because we're fighting, so it's attacking me too. It's gonna come at me. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna kill it on my first strike. What I'm gonna do? I majored in supply chain management in college, so I know a thing or two about efficiencies, supply chain. My supply chain of starting my car is just gonna change now. So I'm not gonna waste more time. I'm just gonna be more efficient in the time I use, because right now I've identified that I have some bottlenecks in the way that I operate when starting my car, where I kind of lollygag a little bit because I'm also not that urgent typically to get moving, because like I want to settle in, make sure everything's good, start the car, get the air set up. I just have to streamline all those events, and I'm saving all that time that you just said you're about efficiency. And let me point out again, you will eventually die to the orangutan. You're not going to beat the orangutan every single time. I say you lose to him the very first time. If not, within the first 20, you're going to lose.
Because here's the thing, I don't think they're that big. Like
they're not big, but they're 5 to 7 times stronger than us.
But is that relative to their size, or 5 to 7 times outright?
Outright, it's 5 to 7 times stronger than us, than the average human.
I don't believe you. And
the average orangutan can easily lift 500 pounds.
Is that real, or did you make that up?
That's from Google. I told you I did 6 minutes of Google search on this.
Yeah, orangutans are able to lift more than twice their body weight, up to 500 pounds, and have group strength around 600 pounds.
Orangutans are bigger monkeys than the average monkey too. They're not gorillas. Like, I'll give you that. They're not gorillas, but they're not little capuchin monkeys that.
But if I have a sword, it's not even getting close to me.
They're fast and strong. I think you're underestimating how good you are. First of all, I think you're overestimating how good you are with a sword. You've never used a sword before. And using one once a year is not going to be good for you, because I assume the sword just spawns with the monkey. You don't just get to hold onto a sword at all times. The sword comes with the activity.
Well, let's talk to our friends at Quora.
Okay.
Are orangutans strong and dangerous? Who wins in a fight between a human and an orangutan? In the unlikely event that an orangutan could be provoked into violence, the human would stand no chance. Well, wait a second.
Okay.
Long as it was an average person versus an average orangutan in a hand-to-hand situation. Now we're talking.
Yeah. I'm actually more supported by what I said. Yes, you have no chance hand-to-hand. I'm saying that you will win some fights against an orangutan with a sword. I will give you that. You're not winning every single one, though, and I'm winning every single one with the chicken. Every single one.
I don't doubt that you're going to beat the chicken. Frankly, I would hope that you would beat the chicken. That's not an accomplishment, and I don't know why you keep bragging about it on here. Nobody thinks you would lose to a chicken.
I'm saying you would beat the chicken every time, too. Everyone would beat a chicken every time.
That says something about your ego
thing.
That you just feel like you
can't even spell ego.
Do you want to go back to the spelling bee? Because I dusted you in the spelling bee.
Where I gave you like actually spellable words, and you gave me the most ridiculous words of all time. Yeah, fun. That
Name
was awesome.
one word that was ridiculous.
Sycophant. Spell that right now.
SYCOFH, and by FH I meant PHANT. Sycophant.
Okay, you spelled it wrong though, is the thing.
Did I?
Yeah.
It says who?
You put an F in it.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to.
Okay, that's not how spelling bees. Everyone didn't mean to spell the word wrong.
All right. Well, I'm tired of you.
Well.
Okay, so
the agenda's not done yet.
Nobody's saying that you wouldn't beat a chicken. Let's get that clear.
Right.
I know your ego is pumped right now because nobody is saying.
Thank
that you can't beat a chicken.
Thank you.
The point is, do you really want to do that twice a day? Does that sound fun to you?
I eat chicken more than one time a day on average, I bet.
I have been fiending on these.
Yeah,
these chicken patties.
We both be eating chicken patties.
Ooh.
And then like it's a good healthy meat option. A white meat, you can eat that way more than any other kind of meat. So yeah, I'm eating chicken fairly often.
I mean, I didn't ask you how much you've been eating chicken though. I just like, do you really want to take out a chicken? You would have many more lives on your hand.
I'm selling it to charity.
Selling it to selling it to charity.
Yeah, I
feels wrong.
got to get some kickback here. I'm doing a lot of work here.
That feels wrong for some reason, but
yeah, it might be a little bit.
Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say let's go to a petting zoo and just really work this out.
There's no way orangutans are at petting zoo. Is it orangutan or is it orangutan?
I think tan.
But you pronounce it like more like tang.
I've said it both ways. I think on this. I really couldn't tell you. No, I can't imagine they're in petting zoos because I think orangutans are the ones that people have as pets a lot. That like they rip off like old ladies' faces sometimes.
I thought that was chimps.
Maybe that was a chimp, but I think orangutan and chimp feel pretty similar to me size wise. You know.
Or do they? I thought chimps were pretty small.
Oh, I don't know.
Who do you think would win between a silverback and a grizzly bear?
Didn't we talk about that on like the graph of animals that are defending you?
Maybe.
It has to be silverback. Like they're both vicious, intelligent, and strong.
Bro loves primates. I would go with the.
I respect primates. I certainly respect them. You don't respect them at all. It's crazy.
No, I mean we're primates. So like, I mean that's a science fact you probably didn't know, but I just we all
science
are.
Tyler.
That's what
science Tyler can't miss. That's crazy.
Here's the thing.
Do we agree to disagree? Is that what you're about to say?
I think we do.
Yeah.
And what I think you should do is take a good long look in the mirror and really think, would this man beat a chicken twice a day?
I think he would. Do you know how many chickens I've eaten in my life? I couldn't even count.
What is the amount of... I've eaten more chicken than you, I'll tell you that right now.
You probably have. I'm sure you have. You only eat chicken fingers. I understand that you've eaten more chicken than me. That wasn't part of the competition.
You know what's
I'm just
crazy?
saying...
You know what's crazy? I just learned this.
Okay.
Chickens don't even have fingers.
Dude, that's so stupid.
And give me the applause break.
I'll just give you a hit it, Hutch. Hit it, Hutch.
And that's called a callback to Gimmick Improv. Boom.
Nice, man.
All right.
So
do you want to move us to the next section?
Yes. I'm not done with the chicken thing, but I'll let it go because I have one. And
I don't know
now,
how you couldn't be done with it.
Well, what I was gonna say. I'm not done. I'm not done. Fine. Do you want me to be done?
No. Say your piece.
I think it would be unfair of me to like take this moral high ground of not wanting to kill chickens when like indirectly I kill chickens all the time, you know? So I think it's very unfair for me to be like, oh, now all of a sudden I'm doing the killing. I'm doing the killing every time I go to Chick-fil-A. I'm doing the killing every time I go to Bojangles. I'm doing the killing every time I go to Panda Express. I'm doing the killing every time I go downstairs and get one of those chicken patties and put it in the microwave. You know, like I'm doing the killing, but I'm not slicing the neck. I'm not breaking the neck. That's the only difference. And so I'm not going to act like I'm morally superior by choosing to not kill the chickens.
And how often do you go to Bojangles?
Not as much as I used to. Bojangles is maybe my second favorite fast food chain. Which you may not know about me. We've been to Bojangles before, I think on a road trip. But I love Bojangles. Yo, we did. When we were going to see Quinn 92 and Chelsea Cutler in Charlotte, North Carolina at a NASCAR track during the middle of COVID.
Should we tell that story?
Yeah, let's tell that story since we don't have that other argument. Yeah. Also, vote on Spotify who won this debate and give us 5 stars, please. 5 stars, like rip on stuff. We need more 5 stars. You haven't given us a 5-star. It's so free, and it doesn't even show up on your permanent record. So just
it doesn't.
Let that 5-star rip and just go for it. Yeah. So Bojangles. We had Bojangles. I think that's probably the only time we ever had Bojangles. We stopped at one on the way to Charlotte. Give us the rest of the story. Set the scene.
So we are excited because it's 2021.
No, it's September 2020. It's still lockdown.
It's like
time.
So heavy lockdown, but Quinn 92 and Chelsea Cutler figured out a way to have a concert in a NASCAR track in Charlotte, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we go, And
it's a drive-in concert.
It's a drive-in concert. So you go, you lift up your trunk, and you just sit and listen to music. Now, we could probably tell a whole story on the performances because it was, I think we would both agree, the worst concert we've ever been to, like performance-wise.
There's been that trend going on Instagram stories this week where it's like you fill out like your best concert, your first concert, the worst concert you've been to, the concert that surprised you. I filled mine out and just kind of sent it to Tyler and no one really else. And I was just so he could see it. And my answer for worst concert was Quinn 92 at the NASCAR track.
Yes.
It was so bad.
Yes.
But that's not the point.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, keep going.
The night got worse because, well, if you know anything about Quinn 92 and Chelsea Cutler, they have a song called Flare Guns. And I'm jumping ahead, but that's a
everyone
hit song.
loves.
Everybody loves it. We were there basically to see that song.
For that
if you
song.
really think about it. That's the only thing that could have saved the night of performances, I'd say, because that was fresh off of the song "Holy" by Justin Bieber that John Bellion wrote. Shout out John Bellion.
No.
He did a performance that was maybe the worst vocal performance live I've ever heard in my life. So
by the way, Quinn, we're huge fans. If you want to come on the podcast,
we do like Quinn. It was just a bad night, and it's unfortunate. He made some money. That's great for him. But anyways. So people are getting up on the barricade. They're grouping up, and this is, height of COVID, should not be happening.
Right. You can't leave your parking spot. That's like the whole thing. Is you had to stay in your spot.
And then, so they're like, the whole concert, they're like, hey guys, we hate to be the fun police, but you guys need to get back to your cars. And we're in our car. So like we're cool with that. And we are also, frankly, we're very cool with that. Because the car next to us was 3 girls. Like from where? The worst city on earth? Where is it?
It's like that. It's a suburb of Charlotte, and it's like when you say you're from there, everyone laughs at you. Like they. What was it?
We have to figure out the name of this city before.
Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
Okay, but anyways, so they like are dancing, making out with each other, doing all sorts of stuff. Which, hey, that's great. But they started to get real close to our car. You can do whatever you want.
They were
10 feet
They
away.
were on top of Tyler.
They were on our soil, and we were. Yeah, I was like having to inch closer and closer. We were delegated to half of our parking space by the end of it, and then I don't know. It's probably midway through Quinn's set, if I'm remembering correctly.
Gastonia.
Yeah, it sounds like Eastern Europe in the middle of North Carolina. Like, what?
Just know, our listeners from Gastonia, if you're here. Everyone hates you. We don't hate you.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world hates you, though, for some reason.
And so at some point, though, they asked us if we wanted to come hang out by their car, which was just 10 feet away, by the way. And they're like, yeah, you guys want to come hang out? And we said, absolutely not. We are here
nicely. We said it nicely.
It was during Chelsea Cutler because we were like, oh, we're just here to see Quinn, so we're gonna wait for that, right? I think that was our way out. We were like,
we were sitting in the trunk and they were like, you guys look so bored. Like we were bored. It was Chelsea Cutler. And respectfully to Chelsea Cutler, the queen of features, but her songs by herself are horrible. No offense.
She actually wasn't bad
Chelsea.
live. It was just
she
the
was
fact
much
that
better.
they were all like boring songs.
Yeah,
so,
she actually is so much better than Quinn live, but like Quinn's songs are bangers. And so we had, anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so basically we got out of that one, thank goodness. But yeah, then they kept all night encroaching on our space, which was tough enough. And then it's time for the encore. They never come out. And then I think it was the next week they did another one of those drive-in concerts, and I guess that crowd was well behaved, and they got the Flare Guns encore that we didn't get because we were poorly behaved crowd.
Right.
And
it was
a terrible night. It was a terrible night.
We had a golf match in Knoxville the next day that we got destroyed on. We were so much better than the other team. We gave them 14 strokes. We lost to them straight up. It was so bad. We were tired. We were sick. I actually left on the 17th hole because I got sick. I have Crohn's disease, and that flared up. Flare Guns did not happen. Flare up of Crohn's disease, no cure for it, by the way, did happen. So it was a rough weekend for us.
Which, do you want to tell your hypothesis of how you got it? Because I know we kind of went over that in the group chat of the groomsmen.
Oh yeah, my groomsmen, as you guys know from last week, we've been telling stories about how people know me and how their favorite or least favorite stories about me. And one of them named Jonathan told the story of how in 7th grade he sprayed me in the mouth with desk cleaner, or like or like wood cleaner. I think it was a wood cleaner, and I think I ingested some of it, and I told him that I got hospitalized like 2 days later. I was in 7th grade, so kind of emotional. And so like 2 days later, I sent a picture of like a hospital room, like, look at me, I'm in the hospital. Like, look what you did to me. My insides have shut down. Unbeknownst to me, though, like a year and a half later, I get diagnosed with Crohn's disease, incurable Crohn's disease.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
I would say not. And so I just got reminded that this is the first time I ever put the pieces together. That's probably what set things off, because from that point on, it was pretty downhill for quite some time. So something to keep an eye on if you have Crohn's disease. Have you ever ingested wood cleaner? Something maybe to check into and see if that can't maybe get the cure rolling in the right direction to kind of get down to the root cause. So speaking of golf, it's time for Q&A. Kim, great Kim, nice Kim, thoughtful Kim, as always, has a question for us. If you have a question for us, reach out to us on Instagram at Until We Agree. Leave a comment, as Ginnick said, on Spotify. Just scroll down on the episode.
Play the clip of Ginnick saying that.
I'm not going to, but hit it, Hutch. And welcome back to Until We Agree. This is Matt from Until We Agree. And you can also be a part of this show. We would love to have you. So, what's Kim's question?
Kim asks, pick the best branch. It's not really she didn't ask anything. She just told us to pick something. So it's
kind of
question
demanding, but it's okay. But she's earned the right.
She said, pick the best branch of golf. And I keep reading this wrong because she says, pick the best branch off from golf. So the branch off.
You're right.
Top, mini, or disc.
So we had to pick which one we like the most out of top golf, mini golf, or disc golf.
That's correct.
Which, as a real golfer, is frankly an insulting question because I'm a man who plays real sports.
Disc, I will immediately discard disc. I'm not
here.
good at it, and I think it's a shame.
It's lame. So, anyone's good at disc golf, you can't come on the show. We don't care.
Top and mini are a toss-up, in my opinion.
Let's just do
either
it.
Way.
Let's end it. We have a bracket. Let's move it to next week. Let's end with this story.
Oh,
let's end with the Orlando story.
Okay, so we are choosing mini golf. I'm guessing because
of course mini golf is the answer.
One time we played mini golf in Orlando, and this was back when I was really bad at golf too. So it's kind of embarrassing that I was winning through 18 holes playing Matt.
17.
Yes, yeah, winning through 17 holes.
You were up by 1.
I was smoking Matt by 1 stroke.
Right.
And so we get to the 18th hole. And everybody knows this, right? That the 18th hole is a gimme because it's just an automatic hole-in-one on the 18th hole of mini golf. Everybody knows that.
At this hole,
I went ahead
course.
And took
hold on. No,
stroke.
that is a sycophant way to. Am I using that right?
No.
Okay, that is an unfair way to explain this hole because yes, it is essentially a guaranteed hole-in-one. You still have to hit a shot and you have to hit it into the funnel. You hit it up a hill then everything funnels down. So hit it up a hill. Then there's a ledge, so you can't come back down the hill once you get up the hill. And then there's one funnel, and there's a second funnel that you funnel into. Do you want to explain it again?
Okay.
You want to keep going?
So
you have to hit a shot. It's not guaranteed hole-in-one. You have to hit a shot.
But like it basically is, and so in my mindset, I'm like, I won, whatever. I just went and took the win. So what I said to Matt was, I quoted Kanye West, and if you know Kanye West, he says some funny things.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, everybody wanted to know what would happen if I didn't win.
You said that, and what did you do?
And then I said, I guess we'll never know.
But what were you doing?
And then I hit the shot.
Well, hold on. What were you doing when you hit the shot, though?
I don't know. What was I doing?
You were looking at me. You were looking backwards.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
does not make me sound good.
You said, I guess we'll never know as you're looking at me and hit the shot without looking.
And I've proven that I'm good at physics, I would say.
Uh-huh.
But to this day, I haven't cracked this. The ball didn't make it to the funnel.
Yeah.
I don't know how. And so did I take a 2 on that for fairness? Yeah, I did. So we ended up tying.
We tied.
That's great. That's Matt's Super Bowl, is tying me in mini golf. He talks about this all the time. He loves it.
No, it's not my Super Bowl. It's the fact that you think for the first time ever in anything that you beat me. And you just
I've
didn't.
beaten you in races, in Madden.
You cheated.
In
I have a screenshot from last time I was in Texas. You play video games. I don't play video games. Like I don't do that. I have a screenshot of when you rage quit down 64-14 to me in Madden less than a year ago.
Take your headphones off real quick.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna let him win this one because this was like a Make-A-Wish situation. So what I did,
I wonder what he's saying right now.
I
hope he's not calling it a Make-A-Wish situation.
Okay. I let him win. So all right, you can put your headphones back on.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me. Okay, they're back on. I hope you mentioned that you threw 8 interceptions and I think 9 possessions.
Those who know me would know that that's about right. When I'm playing football games.
So you don't beat me in anything. In the foot race, the one foot race we had, you ran into my lane and made physical contact.
We
with me, which made me
and
slow
I
down.
beat you again.
No, you did it twice. You did it both times.
No.
You ended up in front of me both times. Like literally.
Yeah, I did end up in front of you for both times.
Yeah, because you make physical contact with me on concrete cement road, and I'm not about to.
That, you loser.
What? this is ridiculous. So yeah, this guy claims to beat me, and I'm not just gonna let him get away with that. Every single one of his wins has a massive asterisk on it, and especially this one where he claims that he won, and he literally didn't. Like there's no way to say that he didn't. I had a double bogey on 17, and it was I think it was an unjust double bogey, but I took it and I didn't say anything about it in the moment because I'm just gonna take the double bogey. I'm not gonna say that I deserve a lower score. I had to play the course, and the course happened to give me a double bogey. You happen to get a 2 on a hole that should be an easy hole in one, but it's not a guaranteed hole in one. You still have to hit up a hill into a funnel. You didn't hit it into the funnel.
And that's why we tied.
Yeah.
And it's your Super Bowl. And congratulations on it. Where are you going? You going to Disney? Because we were
at Disney when this happened, so I don't need to go back.
Yeah.
But no, the way that I have such venom towards you in this story does make it feel like a Super Bowl event for me. But it's really not. I just want history to show the truth.
Or
and you are
history,
you're a revisionist. And wait, what?
History or what?
Yes, and I think is what you meant to say.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Her story.
History or herstory to show that that I did not lose that day. I don't ever lose to you. And I don't ever plan on losing to you.
Get him the medal. He didn't lose that day. Get him a medal.
Speaking of herstory, do you want to bring this episode out with explaining why a 12-year-old should have a license again?
Yeah, I mean, just in case there was any confusion on the last bit. So what I was trying to say.
All right, hit it, Hutch.
You know